Okay, so this all started because I lost my account. I had a Facebook account that I have been building since 2017. It was paying me well over $15,000 a month. And I woke up on Monday and I lost it completely. And if you have ever relied on one income or one system, it's no different than getting fired from a job or losing your income overnight. I lost my income overnight. Now, thankfully, because I've been doing this a really long time, I have other social media channels. So I just have to start this one and build it back up. And I'm just doing it in real time and showing you exactly how I'm doing that. So I had 24,000 followers. My account was paying me roughly 12 to 15,000 a month. And now this is my brand new account with 50 followers. Yay! We're starting from literally scratch. So who am I? My name is Jennifer. So it's nice to meet you. If you don't know me, I'm 46 years young. I started when I was 35. I had a career. I was a retail store manager. And in 2014, I was pregnant with my first child, Caden. And when they laid her on my chest, I was not going to leave her for 50 hours a week to ask permission to come home. I wanted to be a mom first and worry about money second. And so I was the girl that went online looking for $500 a month to cover my truck payment. And what happened is I met a lot of people that were making a lot more than $500 and they showed me what to do and I built a simple system around it. I now have 3 kids. I do not have a college degree. I was a basic 3.0 student. And my very first business ended in bankruptcy. So if you're a fellow failure, I am a big time failure. Welcome. It's really about failing forward and what we do with what happens that is going to really motivate you and push your business forward. I learned how to turn my mess into my message. And that really was, I was fixing and flipping real estate publicly on my Facebook page. It ended in 2 foreclosures very publicly. If you're worried about being humiliated, don't be. That's where the money is. I lost everything. My husband walked out. Business. Right? I'm a country song, right? The dog ran away, like the whole bit. But I either could go back to my career, which was never going to pay the debt I had put myself in, or I could just figure out how to make more money. And that's what I did. So this is Caden. She's about 4 years old, maybe in that picture. My kids only know that this is what I do. I've been a full-time stay-at-home mom to now 3 kids since 2014. I doubled my salary within 6 months. And this was the Facebook account that I lost. I looked this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't have any screenshots with it at 24,000. Still, 19,000 is pretty impressive. This I built since 2017. I really took it from 3,000 to 19,000 in about a year. I build what's called organic traffic. So there's no paid ads. There's no money behind this channel. It's just me building, sharing my life and my kids. And you can see that I have a message, right? I turned my social media into 10K a month, showing you step by step. I never charge to teach anyone how to build a business online. If they pay me, it's because they're paying for a business. What I do and what I teach is for free. So you can see in the very bottom right here, like this is what I value. These are my kids, right? This is just a nice picture of me. I've got a friendly profile picture because people are paying me. They got to trust me. They have to trust you before they'll ever give you any money. And I had one link right here. And you get to the point where you have enough content, you have enough posts, you have enough videos that people trust you. And you get to a point where all they're going to do is buy from your link. You don't have to get on the phone with them. You're not chasing them in DMs. You're not bugging friends and family. You're not doing any of that stuff, but you are giving yourself permission to be visible on social media and solve one problem for ideally a year. So there's a few pages of screenshots. I actually didn't know I had this, so I kind of got really excited because you can see right here in 2016. So this is when I started selling a high ticket program. The cost was $20,000. And you can see here I made $18,000 in my first 6 months. And most people, they're going to give up, right? They're like 18,000 bucks, 6 months. Like for some of us, that's a lot of money. For some of us, that's not enough money. I needed to replace $1,000 a week. My career was paying me $1,000 a week. That's what I was taking home. That's what I needed to replace. So this felt like I was pushing a wet noodle up a hill. It felt like it was never going to work. It felt like I was showing up for no reason. It felt like I was a big failure and a mess. But then the second 6 months, I made 121,000. So I just did the math right there, 139. You can see year to date. This is from 1/3/2017. This is November and December. So this is 1 year. So there was $139 that I made in that program. That was my first program. This was all made on Facebook. Every single dime came from a human being that I met on social media. So people like proof. I put proof in the pictures. I'm going to show you how to put proof in pictures. This was my first $10,000 month with that company, $20,000 month with that company in 2017. And then I got a 6-figure pin for making 6 figures in a single year. Now, COVID happened. People were not dropping $20,000 for the program that I was selling. So I had to pivot. I still did what's called high ticket affiliate marketing, which depending on who you ask, right? I went from selling a $20,000 program to a $1,000 program. So this wasn't high ticket to me. However, if you're just getting started and $1,000 is a lot of money, then it's going to be high ticket for you. So when COVID happened, I had to pivot. I had to sell something that wasn't as expensive, but I still needed $10,000 a month because that was my new salary. So this is my first opportunity. It's called Exodus. It was 100% commissions. And my first month, I made 11,000. And I'm not showing you any of these to brag. These are just income shots. You should absolutely show income shots online. You have to do it with respect. There is something called an FTC. I'm not an accountant, but you can do it with respect, and you can do it authentically without being like a weirdo. But people want to see the proof that you're making money and that people that are a part of your community or your opportunity are making money. Okay, so I did Exodus and it was great until it wasn't. They weren't keeping up with the information. The internet was growing really, really fast. So I pivoted to another one called UBC. I was here for 3 months. I made 15 grand in my first month. And then I found another one called Legacy. And I like Legacy because it offered more for my customers. I'm all about creating an opportunity for customers. Every dollar I've ever made is not because I needed the money, it's because I needed the customer. And in the beginning, when we start this, it's about us. We want the money. I need money. I need money. I need money. As long as you come from that place of I need money, you are going to repel everyone. And no one's going to buy you and no one's going to trust you because you're doing it because you need money and it's out of desperation. If you want to help other people make $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, whatever that is for you, that is when the money will come in because your message is about other people and not yourself. So again, these are just a few screenshots of what I've done over the last 9 years. Because of Facebook, I've been able to create amazing relationships. I'm a best-selling author. I've been able to speak on stages. And you can see, like, I'm not a professional, right? I literally have Converse. I'm a Converse sneakers girl. I'm a normal mom. I just really, really, really love helping people not have to go to work anymore if they don't want to, or put more groceries in the buggy because groceries are ridiculous right now. Gas is stupid right now. And I did this all with Facebook. Everything I've ever done has come from Facebook. And I started TikTok about 3 years ago. It's still wildly inconsistent. I've had 3 accounts go viral and shut down. So I'm not here to pretend like I know everything about TikTok, but I have been on Facebook for 9 years. This is the first time I have ever had my account shut down. I think it's BS. I did appeal it. The reason was it said that my Instagram went against the Facebook policies, but I wasn't even posting on Instagram. So I'm still appealing it, but at the same time, I'm not crying and whining about it. I'm taking the opportunity to build my channel up faster and invite people in to take a look. So as you can see, my journey, my Facebook posts, they're me, right? 2003, these are 6 days ago, but they're probably 2004, 2005. It's just me sharing my journey. It's me sharing my journey out loud. My failures, my messes, my mistakes. There's nothing in here that's perfect. I'm far, far, far from perfect, but I show up as a real person, as a real mom talking about the truth about making money on social media, and people believe me. So you can see 310 comments, 440 likes, 27 comments, 105 likes, 475 likes, 386 comments. This was normal for me. This was every single day. These posts were normal for me. Every single like and every single comment gets a message from me. Every single person. Because the money is in the message and in the human on the other end that's going to trust you with their credit card. So this is exactly how I've created my social media for 9 years, by just being a normal person, sharing my journey and being relatable. Now, I do kind of niche down, and I do build on TikTok. So I'm actually going to give you guys a free course if you're interested. I wouldn't even call it a course. It's literally what we did. So last year, three of us decided we're going to go on TikTok again. We all three started the same day, and these are our results in 7 days. So Nicole had 1,000 followers in her first 7 days. I had 2,700 followers in my first 7 days. And Lauren had 22 followers in her first 7 days. And we documented the journey. And I think I sold it at one point, but right now we're just going to give it away for free. I know a lot of you are going to come from TikTok. So I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to grow your followers on TikTok, but not just grow your followers. You want the right people following you. You don't want to do mom follow parties. You don't want to do engagement for engagement. Those are people that are going to cheerlead you, and that's awesome, but they're not going to open up their checkbook. They're normally cheerleading because they create community, and that's great. You need those people as well. But what you want is someone that's going to like you, know you, trust you, open up their wallet, and make a purchase. Now, can you do this faceless? Yes. I did this strictly as a test. I did not buy a course. I did not go through another system. I took what I already know about marketing, and you can see it's me in the video. It's me faceless, so people on TikTok don't know that it's me, but these are my faceless videos. I did it in November. I did nothing with it until January, and it's made $8,000 so far. I post one video a day about 4 times a week. I don't even post 7 days a week because it's kind of like a extra cherry on top income. It's not something that I'm focused on, but you can absolutely do this Facebook. So how we bring leads in is by asking questions. Questions bring people into your world. So these are 3 people that I've worked with very closely. This is Jessica. She's in the legacy program with me, and she asked, if you aren't, or she said, right, flat out, if you aren't gaining customers daily, get over here. And she's got 402 comments. If you say like, who's struggling to get comments, you're not going to get anyone that's going to answer, because most people suffer in silence. They don't want to admit that they're struggling, but they want more customers. They want more sales. They want more visibility. So when you word it as an opportunity, then more people are not going to admit their struggle. They're not going to ask for help, but they're going to be like, oh, I want more customers. I want a customer a day. So she's got 402 comments. And the law of large numbers, it's just numbers, it's just data. 1 in every 10 people is going to say yes. So she's got about 40 yeses right there. Now, depending on her program and what she has to sell, that's money sitting in a group because she asked a question. Jody did the same thing in 2024 when we were working together. Facebook is paying a simple hi, and I'll give you the deets that brings us customers daily. So he had 115 people comment that wanted customers daily. That one's on his profile, by the way. This was just his business account that we started. This one is in a group. This is what we typically do to bring customers to our page, is we ask questions in groups. And then Erin, literally within 48 hours of being in our community, she asked this question: if you aren't getting 2 to 4 customers a week in your business, comment and I'll show you how I'm doing it. 224 comments. Now again, law of large numbers, that's 22 sales. Depending on what the purchase is, that's how much money is sitting in her system. Now, I mentioned Exodus, where I started after I went through COVID. These are all people that I've helped with Exodus. Kayla made $3,000. and built an MLM back in the day. I do not do MLM anymore, but I will show you how to build it if you want an MLM or if you're in an MLM. This is actually Katie and Shane. They went to high school with me, so it was kind of cool. She started with me and she made some money pretty quickly. My friend Bambi made $6,000 in 7 days with the Exodus system. She is forever in Mexico or Hawaii or traveling somewhere else on the planet. Stephanie made $2,600 and it added $4,200 into her coaching program. And then Jandy right there in the center, her story's interesting. It was my first time coaching. I charged her $495 and worked with her until she made a sale. She made $18,000 in her first 30 days because she made a sale. So it's really, really simple to make money online. My friend Justin, Garrett Berry, $1,900, right? This was me being celebrated by Bambi, another $2,000 day. This is all I've ever known and all I've ever done. But if you saw me, I'm not a flashy rich person. I want money for my children. So what I do is I spend time with my family. We took my kids to Hawaii. This is up in Temecula with my brother and his family buying lunch. I went and saw Elton John. We went to the Grand Canyon. We paid cash for a little Mazda car. We took the kids to Six Flags and Las Vegas. Like, for me, the money is about spending it on experiences. I'm not really like a really rich public person. I don't drive a Maserati. I don't live in a mansion. I'm a normal person. My goal is to be the millionaire next door. I actually don't want people to know how much money I'm making, which is why I started the Faceless channel. So here's exactly what I'm doing. But first, I'm going to stop and I'm going to see if there's any questions or if you guys have any questions about what you saw so far. Because I know I talk really fast. Thank you, Mark. So is there any questions about what you saw? And I expect questions, guys. I expect them. So anything at all. Okay. So how am I building online from scratch? I'm going to do this in real time for the most part. So I leverage two things. And when I learned, so there's two words that I pay very close attention to every single day in my business, besides I track data. And that's leverage and ROI. And I did not know what either one of those words meant when I was 35 years old because I didn't come from families who invested. I learned them through application. So leverage is when you're borrowing something and hopefully with appreciation. So I leveraged Facebook for 9 years to pay me a 6-figure salary. But I didn't own Facebook. They literally kicked me off the platform last week. But I leveraged the system. I leaned on the system, okay? Sometimes we leverage debt. I will get credit cards and buy businesses with credit cards and pay the credit card off and with a profit, okay? That's leverage. We leverage financing. I bought a business about, I don't know, 8 months ago maybe. It was $500, but I didn't want the cash to be gone out of my bank account, so I made payments. But the first 30 days I made $3,000. So I paid the money back with profits. That's leverage. Leverage is huge when you understand it. The next thing is ROI, which is return on investment. Now we invest in money, we invest in time, we invest in relationships, we invest in our health, or we don't invest, which means typically we avoid. So sometimes on social media, people are doom scrolling and comparing. Wow, how's Jessica making that much money? How does Joanne do this? Oh my gosh, this person looks so perfect. I could never make that much money. That's called doom scrolling because you're comparing your chapter to their chapter. I'm just as guilty. When I am extremely focused on my lane and my results and my personal data, that's when things really start to make a lot of money for me. Now, I leverage 2 platforms. I don't do anything on Instagram. I do TikTok and I do Facebook. And what I learned how to do really, really well is tell a story. People buy the story. They do not buy information. They buy transformation. So a visual example that we can all agree on is if I were 300 pounds and I lost 150 pounds because let's call it I drank this drink, then how I would sell that without being a salesy freaking weirdo on social media is I would say how I'm losing 10 pounds a week, how I've lost 150 pounds in 12 months. And I would take that and I would say, Chat GPT, please give me 10 ways to say how I lost 150 pounds in the last year. And I would grab the hooks, right? Give me 10 hooks and I would grab each hook. But the story never changes. The story never changes. And the reason that people don't make money on social media is because they want to be different. They want to be creative. They want to be this whole thing that they think they need to be. But you don't. You need to be boring AF. You need to be mundane, do the same thing over and over again. Now, that doesn't mean you can't do it with excitement. You can't do it with enthusiasm. You should, because that's what people buy. They buy your excitement. They buy your hope. They buy your determination. They don't buy you going, well, I mean, if you want to, that's cool. But if you don't want to, like, that's cool too. Like, no, listen, I'm doing this. Are you in or are you out? So you're always repeating the same thing. Even though I've done several businesses over the last 9 years, I've only ever sold how I make money on Facebook. How I make money on Facebook. This is how I make money on Facebook. Do you want to make money on Facebook? This is how I make money on Facebook. It didn't ever matter what the vehicle was, because I only sold, this is how I make $10,000 a month on Facebook as a stay-at-home mom of 3. This is how I make $10,000 a month. This is how, now that is me. I make $10,000 a month. You don't want to say that if your goal is to make $1,000 a month. I'm working with my friend Amy right now. Amy had a few businesses when she came to me. She came into our community. She was answering all the questions. She was extremely engaged in participating in everything that we were doing. And then in my DM, she's like, I'm struggling. I'm stuck. I'm this. I'm that. And finally, after about 3 months, I said, listen, I'm going to be really honest with you. You need to put shit down. And she was kind of like, what do you mean? I'm like, you need to put things down. You're trying to sell this and this and this. You're trying to keep up with it all. And your message isn't landing because there's too many things. You can feel that your energy is split. I said, give me 90 days with one message. How much money do you want to make? So I was like, I just want to make $1,000. She's on track to make $1,000 by her second month, and she's probably close to making $2,000 because she set all the shit down and she got really hyper-focused on the problem that she could solve for other people. It's the problem that you solve that you've got to be obsessed with. Literally, my very last side, one problem that you want to solve for you. What is that problem? Tell me in the chat. Mine, I needed to get out of debt really fast. I was in so much debt. I had credit cards calling me every single day. I literally would cry because 1-800 numbers were calling every single hour, and my job was never going to cover it, and my ego didn't want to file bankruptcy. Even though 2 years later I did. I was stupid and I should have filed bankruptcy the second it all happened, but I didn't. My ego was too big. I didn't want to admit that I failed. What problem do you want to solve for yourself? What is it? Okay, perfect. Getting out of debt. How much debt? Is it credit card debt? Is it high interest debt? Is it loans? Is it school loans? Is it cars? Because people don't buy words. They buy what they can see. So if I was saying, man, like I did, I actually just paid another $2,000 off in debt last month. I got myself in high freaking interest, stupid loans in my own personal business or my own personal life to leave a situation. I'm not proud of it, but I had to do it. I was in a situation that it had to be done. And now I'm paying off those loans because the high interest is stupid. But do you see how I just said that in a story form? Right? Listen, I had to get out of a situation that was dumb. I didn't have the money to leave and I had to leave. So I got some loans, paid freaking over 100% APR, and it hurt. It was crushing me. I went to living paycheck to paycheck. So I started something new. I saw another mom doing this thing on social media. I followed her for about 90 days. I decided to go all in. Last month, I paid $2,000 off. Now notice I didn't say the name of the program. Notice I gave the credit to someone else. I saw this other mom. Notice I said I followed her for 90 days, which I did. I'm telling stories, but there's holes in the story. I never say the name of the program, and you shouldn't either. You don't brand the program. I'm going to show you guys something. Why this is why these questions work. Okay? So this is my real Facebook. Okay? So if you're taking notes, I hope you are, note takers or money makers, you're selling stories. You are selling stories. You are not selling a vehicle. You are not selling 10 income streams and 47 modules and an amazing community. No one cares about any of that shit. And if they do care, they'll ask you. But that's not what you sell. Now, Michelle, what would being out of credit card debt completely feel like? What would it feel like emotionally? What would that relief look like? What would that, I hate the word anxiety and overthinking, but freeing. But what is, if you could paint a picture of freedom, the picture's worth 1,000 words, and I'm going to tell you what, a picture's worth $1,000. What would that picture look like that your audience can go, wow, I want what she's got? For me, it's travel. Or it's outside, it's in my pool, it's walking, it's literally doing whatever the F I want to do at any given moment, at any given day. That is what freedom looks like for me. So no stress, more time, energy to do what I want, when I want, having fun and relaxing. So Michelle, those are phenomenal. And I'm going to pick on you just a little bit because people don't buy no stress, and they don't buy more time, and they don't buy energy. They don't buy fun, they don't buy relaxing. I know you're like, what do you mean? That's what I bought. Those are all words and they're all ideas, right? But if you were relaxing, what would that picture look like for you? What would the image look like for you? Are you with your hubby watching TV all cuddled up? Then put the camera, boom. Guys, I'll teach you some really, really, really basic stuff. Put the camera somewhere else, hit record, then get into position, record it for a whole minute if you want to, then go through the recording and screenshot the image. It's really, really easy to document your life and be a normal person and share it on social media without being a weird, salesy, freaking weirdo. It's the fear of looking weird and salesy that has you looking weird and salesy. More time. What is, like, more time to do what? Let's say you have $5,000 a month. Are we banking it until we have $40,000 and then quitting our job? What does energy look like? If you got more energy, are you taking a dance class? Are you taking a painting class? Are you going hiking with your husband on Saturday morning? What does it look like? Because people are going to buy what they see. And if you're always selling work, no one wants to buy work. It doesn't work. Don't sell work. That doesn't work. Debt free, but I would love, you are giving me more good ideas. Good. Debt free, but I would love to leave my job, but I need $3,000 to cover. Okay, so that's great, Mary. You need $3,000 to cover your salary. I would suggest that you find a business that is going to get you to the $3,000 a month. Do you already have a business, Mary? I'm going to suggest that you get it to $3,000, get to where you've got $9,000 in the savings account so that you have 3 months worth before you go all in. Unless you are a betting girl and you can bet on you, then bet on you. I'm a betting girl on me. But for most people, I don't tell them to quit their job yet until they have a legit system. Okay, these are great, guys. Keep them coming. So here's what I did. Obviously started a new account. Ta-da! Okay, now my community is called Freedom Builders. We are people building freedom. Now, typically I work with women over 40. I'm over 40. Not trying to hang out with girls that are 20. That's weird. Not that I won't help them, right? I do help men too, but I know the pain of being home with children 3 days a week. I know that pain. I can solve that pain. You're home with your kids and you want to say yes 24/7. You want to go to the mall? Yes. You want to go to Five Below? Yes. You want to go to Disneyland? Yes. I want to give my kids everything possible. So that's typically who I help. Moms that want to be yes moms. Now, what we don't want is we don't want a job. We don't want a boss. We don't want to commute. We don't want a 9 to 5. We don't want else telling us what to do. We want full control of our time and our money and our children. Okay, that is what I want. So when I share on social media, it is not only to attract another mom in her 40s that wants freedom, but also to repel all the tire kicking people. I have zero desire to work with someone who wants to just kick the tire all the time. Okay, it's not who I am. I lose patience really quickly. If you tell me you want to work and you don't work, like, that's not who I want to work with. So my stories are designed in a way to, number one, bring that girl in, and number two, repel the other ones. I don't want to work with you, right? If you don't want to work, this is work. It's work. It's work to build a business. So you don't want to work with people who avoid actual work. Okay, now I have a link in my bio. Grab the free blueprint. It's a free blueprint. Everything that I talk about drives traffic to that free blueprint. There's nothing else on my social media. There's no other program. There's no other nothing. Everything goes to grab the free blueprint. Now on my TikTok, it's a little different because I didn't realize that this video was going to go kind of wild today. But it did. Let's see if I can, oh goodness. You know what? I'm not going to do this because I logged in with my Facebook and now I'm going to have to figure it out. So, sorry. I do have my TikTok. I can share it with a cord, but for now, I'll move on. My TikTok drives traffic to my community. See, I got another membership request in here. We've had 4 people today because people want to build a business. Now, this is my community. And everything I do is inside this community. And the other income streams that I have are inside of this community, but they're not public. Public is you want to make money online. 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 There's nothing else I share or talk about or teach. You want to make money online? Great. Then I can help you. If you don't, I can't. So I want to solve a problem for me. I want to be a millionaire. I've got no issues with it. I have watched way too many freaking people make $1 million in 18 freaking months. There's no reason I can't do it. I've seen too many people do it. I want $1 million. Now, you don't have to want $1 million. I didn't want $1 million when I started. I mean, I did, but it was like a freaking, please, if I could just make $4,000 a month, that would be great. That's all I needed. $4,000 kept me alive. $10,000 paid off the debt. So when it comes to building your business, you have to have step goals. Step 1, the goal to $10,000 a month is tracking how you make 500, how you make 1,000. And it's people. You cannot focus on the sale. You've got to focus on the person. You've got to make yourself available to answer questions for other people. That's how you build a business, because your business is always about customers. So, real time. This is my banner. This is my profile, right? This is my blueprint. Now, I did not tell people that my account got shut down. A few people have found me. Most people have not. I did tell my community, but no one sent me a friend request, so that's cool. I'm literally starting with no audience, no trust, no credibility, no nothing. Because no one, maybe like 4 people actually know me, and that's because they're building what we're building. I didn't go get all my friends. I don't want them. If they wanted to build a business with me, they'd already built a business with me. Okay, I want strangers in my life. You want strangers in your life. Okay, I didn't bug a friend or family to do shit. So you're going to build this with strangers. What you're doing is you are befriending. You are befriending. Your children do this naturally. If you take your kid to the park, they're going to come home with a friend. My daughter, Kinsey, she makes friends with 12-year-olds when she was 8. She loves older girls, the big sisters, right? She's forever. We can go to Sky Zone. She's got a friend. We go to the park. She's got a friend. We go to the pool. She's got a friend. That's what you are doing. You are being friendly. You are being a friendly person, because then that's going to tell the other person that you're not a weird scammer. Okay? So, Facebook. Now I got my link in my bio right there. That's my link. I have nothing else but people to click on this link and decide if they want to make a purchase or not. Now, what I do not do is I do not take the credit that this is mine. It's not mine. It's Michelle's. And I give the credit to Michelle. Meet my friend Michelle. Now, I've never met Michelle. I know her story because I know that stories sell. So Michelle is a grandmother of 6. She's a mother of, I don't know, 2 or 3. She's in her 60s. Gorgeous, gorgeous woman. Started in 2022 and has made over $4 million. How do I know that? I pay attention to Michelle. Michelle created this program. I follow Michelle. I always have a mentor or a coach or someone that's making way more money than me, and I always do everything they tell me to do. That's leverage. I don't take the credit. I give the credit. I don't know. Ask Michelle. I don't know. Ask this person. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not a guru. I leverage and I lean on the system. I don't have all the answers, and I don't want to create a team that's dependent. I don't have all the answers. Ask this person, ask that person, watch the training, watch the show. You want to rely on the system. Sell the tool, never be the tool. Sell the tool, never be the tool. So selling the tool, this is 100% commissions that's paid daily. There's 5 different levels. Now, I'm not here to sell you on it. I'm here to tell you. I don't have to talk about it. Because what's on the other end of applying this business to my life is, I actually don't have a lot of income claims. This is one of them right here. Once you learn, you can make $12,000 in 3 weeks. This is documented on my TikTok last July. Because I applied what she told me to do. And I documented it. So is this an income claim? Yeah. But I said day 1, I'm just getting started. Then I did a video called day 2. Then I did a video called day 3. Then I did a video called day 4. Okay? You want to document the problem that you're solving for yourself. You have to admit you got a problem. You got to admit you're in debt. You got to admit, I had to admit I went through bankruptcy. I mean, gosh, it was very public. There was 2 pink letters on my front door, and investors that I had created relationships were calling me on the phone saying, hey, you got a pink letter on your door. That's humiliating. But once you get there being humiliated, you're like, oh, that's not so bad. That's where all my money came from. That's where the second half of 6 figures came from. Because I was publicly humiliated. And at that time, that Facebook, everyone watched me. Rise like a phoenix. Right? We love these comeback stories. We love the motivational stories. For me, I didn't have a choice. My back was against the wall. So that's why I showed you earlier my income claims. But they're from me being a normal human being talking about normal shit on social media. Not a banner. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. Okay, this is my account. I'm 5 days in, started this on Monday. I post when I feel like it. I don't follow a strategy. My minimum is 2 reels a day, but sometimes I get inspired and I'll post a static post. I am focused on reels. I'm focused on video because I help people make money with short form video. That is my expertise. That is what I'm doing. So I typically do reels. So if I go to my reels, right, like you can see, they're not awesome, right? My very first one, 41. And that's because this was a TikTok video that did grow to 432 in 24 hours. So I uploaded it here. But is it congruent? 432 followers, 50 followers. Nope, it sure isn't, right? So I'll probably delete it. But on my TikTok, that was a true video. Now, people loved this one. This one is actually going viral on my TikTok, which is crazy. It's not over here, but that's okay. But you can see day 2, right? I'm just doing a journey post. And then I do fun ones. Like right here, I took a personality test. And honestly, I feel a little violated, right? Like it knew me better than I knew me. This one didn't go very far, right? This one didn't go very far. That's okay. I don't worry about it. This doesn't mean anything to me. It means things to the public eye. It means shit to me. Because what I know is I'm going to have conversations with people who actually do what I tell them to do. If they're not commenting, I'm not going to go beg them to comment. If they're not engaging, I'm not going to go beg people to do what I know works. I'm not in a hurry to build this page up. You don't want to be in a hurry to make money because that's going to come off as super desperate and needy. Now, here's where the magic happens. This right here, this is called your notification bell. When I do an action on someone else's Facebook, ding, that bell's going to go off. Ding, Jen just followed you. Ding, Jen left a comment. Ding. You want this notification bell? You want to push it for other people. You want to push it for other people. So if I go to my bell and we just start at the top, right? I've got a heart right here, Helen, Amanda, and Message Mary. I don't know who that is. So I've got 2 comments.
I still see them. No, she's playing a game on her iPad.
I'm just gonna like it. That's not even in English. Right? I personally, this chick has no credibility with me. I'm not gonna read an article from someone that has no trust and credibility. So I'm gonna move on, but I'm still gonna like it or love it, and I'm gonna move on. That's it. Next one. Next one. Now, here's where the magic happens. This is like my 3rd day, right? Jennifer Abs, June 10th. What's the best side gig for someone with a 9 to 5? This one's got 132 comments on it. This is where the money is. Right here. All of these people are doing it wrong. Hear me when I say this. I won't say all of them. That's rude. 99% of people are doing it wrong because they're telling me what they like. Do you hear what I'm saying? They're telling me what they like. They're selling. People don't go online to buy. They go online and they purchase a transformation. So, letter writing, hands down. All I got to do is go Google letter writing and I can buy it. She just lost my business. Tori, side hustle info. Oh, she linked. She linked a page. Okay. I love sharing services that give regular people and business owners access to legal supporting for things. That's what Heather loves. That's great. Heather doesn't know me. The flexibility of being a brand ambassador has been a big reason why I decided to start my gig. Me. Letter writing, UGC. All I got to do is go Google it and buy it. Digital products. All I got to do is go Google it and buy it. Travel agent. All I got to do is Google it and buy it. Do you see what I'm saying? This is not how you tell people what you do. Make wellness. All I got to do is Google it and go buy it. Referral apps. Letter sending to casinos for free play. Savings membership. Completing surveys. Affiliate marketing. Not one. Let me see if I'll show you if someone's done it well. This one's all right. I actually know this person because I've seen them at convention for a company I'm with. But do you see how I found a smarter store where I shop for my essentials for safer, healthier products. Love it, been here 17 years. Right? That's a little more like, here's what I found that works, but she or he didn't say what it is or the name of the company. Right? I'm hiring remotely. Doesn't tell me shit. 50 Women's Circle. Right? She's just trying to get you in a group. Amazon review, like, message me. What? Why would I message you? There's no trust and credibility there. How I answer these is, as a mom of 3 that tried everything, I found something that fits in the cracks of my busy day. Happy to answer questions. I don't tell them anything, but I self-identify. As a mom of 3, I tried everything, and I found something that's flexible in the cracks of my day. My person's going to self-identify. I'm a busy mom, or I'm a mom. I need something in the cracks of my day. I need something flexible, right? So what I'm doing is I'm selling identity, not the name of the product, okay? So what happens is I go in here and I go to House of Dahlia and I'll send her a friend request and I'll follow her page. And I'll go to Nicole and I'll send her a friend request and I'll follow her page. And same thing, send friend request, follow page, friend request, follow page, friend request, follow page, because all of these are my future customer. They're all my future customer. They're all doing it wrong. Now, I would never tell them they're doing it wrong. That's not how you build a business. They're going to learn they're doing it wrong. Why? Because my Facebook talks about tips to why you're not making any money online. Because you're doing it like a spammy weirdo. This is spammy weirdo stuff. Now, the other thing that happens is they come into... Let's see if I have any. They come into my spam and I don't know how to find my spam without being in my phone. Oh, message requests. I don't have any. Oh, spam. They come into my spam and they're pitching me their shit. Like, oh, do you have a crypto wallet? Sure, Patrick. Just send me money into my crypto wallet. That's not weird behavior at all. Most of the time, and if I had a more established account, because I can tell you this happens, and if you attend the call at 6, we're going to go through this exact thing again, and Amy will be there to tell you. Most of those women inside of that side gig group will send me a message, and they'll say, in fact, I think I got one this morning. Oh, right here. First of all, no trust and credibility. If you're going to send me something this long, I'm already out. Like, I am not reading it, not even acknowledging you. It's not how you build a business. Sometimes, right, here's one. I saw your post wanting remote child-friendly work. My affiliate role allows me to work around other commitments, maybe an hour or two. Would that suit you? And then she again, popping this back up in case you missed it or got buried. Then I went to her page. And I saw how she was building. And it ain't bad. It's actually really good. I could help her. But based on what I know, she can't help me. Okay? I could help her though. So it's going to take me a few days to flip that conversation around. But that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around. First, I'm going to give her all the attention in the world, tell her I'm so excited, that she's excited. I love her passion and enthusiasm. And that's all true. That's all true. And when I give her account all the love in the world, she's going to reciprocate it and go back to my account. And she's going to learn some things on my account because I'm going to teach her, she's my ideal customer, how to make sales on social media each and every single day without being a spammy weirdo. So she'll end up buying from me tomorrow, the next day, next month. I don't know when. I don't know her situation. Not until I ask her a bunch of questions. But first, I'm going to give her all the time and attention in the world before. Does that make sense? That's literally how I build this business. I make sales by being available to other people. Now, the other thing is I solve one problem. This account's got to get to over $10,000 a month as fast as possible. I'd like it to be in June. So my message is how to make $10,000 by Labor Day. Now, Labor Day is 16 weeks. But if 10 customers purchase from me between June 4th and let's call it 4th of July, I'm going to make $10,000. They're not going to make their $10,000 for 16 weeks. That's Labor Day, or 12 weeks, I think it was. So my message for them is way more time. You want to make $10,000 by Labor Day? Let's get started. You want to make $10,000 by Labor Day? Let's get started. You want to make $10,000 by Labor Day? Let's get started. I'm going to get them started. They won't make it until Labor Day. I'll make it by the end of this month. The only problem I want to solve is I'm going to make $10,000 as fast as possible because that's what my last account paid me. So my problem isn't their problem though. I've got to sell it in a way that they believe it. They'll believe that they can make $10,000 by Labor Day. That's 12 months. That's 90 days. They can absolutely do that. So we solve our own problem with the ideas online. We're not a coach, we're not a guru, we're not a mentor, we're not a teacher, we're not a trainer, we're not an expert. We're not any of those things. That's how I build, guys. Give me your questions. All right, Mary, you've got Avon, Sans Fras, Boss Suite, Autonomy, but your job is working with special education in the school. Okay, so Mary, when you bought Avon, Sans Fras, Boss Suite, and Autonomy, why did you buy them? You're unmuted, Mary, if you can answer. People don't buy what you bought. They buy why you bought it. So when I talk about, yeah, to earn extra income, that's not enough. That's not going to pull you forward. Why? $500 a month, $1,000 a month? Are you in debt? Do you have school loan? Are you tired of Doritos being expensive? Why? Yeah, perfect. How much debt do you want to pay off? You are unmuted, Mary. I can hear you.
A lot.
Okay, how much do you want to pay off? So, guys, we bite an elephant one bite at a time. I have a lot of credit cards too. I've got 13 of them. And I had 4 loans that were like 400% interest rate. So my goal was to pay off the top two because both of those payments were over 500 a month. They were a car payment. I paid both those off last month. Because how you attack debt is by attacking it strategically, and for me it was the highest interest and the ones being taking the most amount of money out of my checks every month. So I paid those off first. Your audience will trust you when you're honest, not when you're selling. So let's say you've got a Capital One bill and it's $2,500. That's where you start.
Okay.
It's not, building a business isn't sexy and it's not glamorous. What's glamorous is getting through it, getting to the point where you're not in debt, getting to the point where you're making the extra money. But that's a journey. And the thing about journeys is there's no arrival date. It's not like see, we get stuck in this whole like, well, when I go on vacation, I get to vacation on Friday night and then I end vacation on Sunday. And our nervous system, our excitement, our anxiety has been trained to believe that there's a lot of excitement over here and then there's anxiety to start work back up on Monday. And if we don't regulate that always for the opposite, then we get stuck in that loop. People get excited to start a business and then they get stuck in, I can't do it. It's taking too much time. It's never going to work, right? And that Sunday anxiety comes back until they learn to flip it. What win can we get excited about? I've got 50 followers. Big whoop. You know what? That's 50 brand new people. It's like 45 brand new people. So I really only know about 5. It's 45 people that I've never ever had a conversation with. That's 4 sales. That's about $4,000. That gets me excited. Not for me, for them. Because I know I can show them how to make $4,000 a month. Will they do it? I don't know. Can I show them? Absolutely. This is how easy it is. I ask questions in groups and I turn those questions into a conversation. Now, here's what I don't do. I don't send cold, weird, spammy messages first. I only send messages to women who say, I want info. That's it. I don't send it first. I don't bug my friends and family. They want to build, they'll build. They don't, I don't chase them. I don't do sales calls. I have my community for a reason. If people want to come in and make a purchase, they can make a purchase. I don't want to do sales calls. You probably don't want to do sales calls, so we don't do sales calls. But I will have people say, Jen, how much is it to work with you one-on-one? And if it's a fit, I'll give them a price. And if it's not, I won't. So last thing I'm going to talk about, we got 2 minutes, is posture. Posture. Let's change it to positioning. Positioning. You are either looking at this as if you are a student who doesn't know what to do, or you've got a different position, which is I am a rising leader. I am a rising star. I am a rising fill in the blank. Yeah, Lisa, I'll come back to that one. So if you're looking at everything with the goggles that say I'm stuck, then the universe is going to show you, or the algorithm, because that's what you're looking at. That's what you're interacting with. I'm stuck. This isn't working. I'm not good at sales. All the shit that's wrong, you're going to keep buying stuff and never actually correct the problem. The problem is what is working. What's working is I have 50 new followers in a week. What's working is my TikTok is going bananas right now because of the story I told, which is a story about Amy. It's not even my story. It's Amy's story. Michelle's going to have a story too. And then I'll tell Michelle's story. Mark will have a story. And you guys will all have a story. People will buy. If you're really wanting to work with people and you're like, I care so much about helping people, but your Facebook only talks about you, do you think people believe that you work with people? No. You're the star of your own show. Where's the team? Where's the community? Where's the stories? You don't have any because you're taking all the credit. That's being a coach, guru, expert. I'm telling you right now, we're not in the season for it. We are not in the season. People hate coaches. They hate gurus. There's this skepticism is at an all-time high. We are in a trust recession. And if you're showing up as an authority figure, you're getting blocked. Because we don't trust it anymore. I don't even trust it anymore. So, Lisa, you ask the question in a group. They tell you what they do. Then you send them a message. No, I do not send them a message. I just interact with them on social media. So, great question. I've got a few of these to give you an example. So there is Side Hustle Mamas. I think this one's different. So side hustle opportunities for everyone. I did what's a great side hustle that's less than $100 to start. So I have 93 comments. Right. Hi, I found this website. Now this person's interested, and that's awesome. But I'm going to go to Letitia, and I'm going to go, okay, she's from Australia, so she's a fit for my legacy. She's not a fit for my other business. And I'm going to add her as a friend. Now you can only do this, gosh, right now I could probably do like 5 a day. Because this account is brand new, anything I do is going to look like I'm a bot or I'm a spammer because it's brand new. So I have to build up my algorithm muscle. So I can't, like my last account, I could send 50 friend requests a day. This one, probably not as much. I'll get in jail, right? So I have to be strategic, okay? So ideally, I want them in the United States, but I'm okay if they're in Australia or Canada. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna send her a friend request. Stephanie Baldwin, Walt Disney World, Wisconsin. She looks normal. I'm gonna follow her and send her a friend request. Megan Smith, I'm not gonna send her a friend request. We're in the same company. Kaylee Simmons, Alabama. I'm gonna send her a friend request. Ashley Moss, Monet. I think I'm already a Monet customer. Ambient Energy, independent consultant, Texas. So for right now, I'm just going to add 5 so I don't look like a weird bot. Okay, and then I'll do a different activity. Now, I have this, and you guys have access to this. For those of you who are brand new in our community, when you're in our community, this is what our community looks like, just like Facebook. Okay, so we have 3 pinned posts. You want to read those. And you want to participate. You want to participate in the community. It takes a lot of work to run this community. So you want to be someone who's participating. If you go into Classroom, you're going to see right here the 60-minute income system and the 60-minute activator. Don't even worry about the activator. I think I'm shutting it down. Just do the system right now. This was to be an affiliate for it, but I'm kind of over that. This is exactly what I do 60 minutes a day. Step by step, what I do 60 minutes a day that builds a business. Now I'll spend 60 minutes a day on Facebook, 60 minutes a day on TikTok, and I'm done. And if someone messages me and I'm clocked out, I'm not working, I am not making myself overly available for people. That's not what I do. Hold on, bud.
I want SpongeBob popsicle.
Okay, well, we have to go buy some more. So if you want to do this faceless, there is a faceless mini course of exactly how I've made over $8,000 with this mini course. If you want to make 100% commissions, this is that business. But I don't sell any of this. People come in, they make a buying decision because they're smart and can follow directions. If they can't, I don't want to work with them. I'm fine if people ask questions. I'm not fine with people who don't ask questions and want to do everything by themselves. They're not going to work out for me, and it's not going to work out for them. I've been doing this for way too long. They want to do it all alone and by themselves. That's great. Go figure it out. I know that it takes a community and it takes a team and it takes leverage and relying on a system to make a ton of money. So I pay attention to who's paying attention. You'll pay attention to who's paying attention. Do not chase people. If they wanted to buy a business, they would be inviting you to build a business. They don't. You want to invite people who want the freedom that you're solving for yourself. It's got to be a problem you're solving for yourself with a group of people. So go through the 60-minute income system. Hold on, please.
I want more SpongeBob popsicle.
I know, we have to buy some more.
I want more.
Austin, look, I'm on a call. See my friends?
Let's just have one more.
All right. Any questions on this? This is recorded, so if anyone wants the replay, this is totally recorded. But this is how I build, and when I interact, because the other side of this is number one. This is I solve a problem. Do you want to make $10,000 by Labor Day? Here's how I would make $10,000 by Labor Day. If I had to start from scratch and wanted $10,000 by Labor Day, here's what I would do. Every single video is based on $10,000 by Labor Day. That's how I'm going to make my $10,000. Shh. So every single post solves that problem for them. It's going to solve it for me by default, but my focus is Austin. My focus is solving it for them. I teach them everything that we do. So I ask questions in the group. That brings out all the people doing it wrong. They learn that they're doing it wrong by following my channel. I send them a friend request. So my engagement, I'm not engaging in cat videos. I'm not engaging with people who make me laugh. I'm not engaging with anything except for people that make money online. That's how you train the algorithm. I teach people how to make money online. Show me people that want to make money online. I teach people how to make money online. Show me how to make money. Show me people that want to make money online. You train the algorithm. If your Facebook or your TikTok is showing you random shit, it's because you're not in control. You're watching it. You're consuming it. So Facebook and TikTok is guessing. Well, they keep watching this stuff. I'll keep sending it. Well, they keep watching this. I'll keep sending it. And there's no clarity. And then you're going to be sold all the other stuff because you're not solving this, which is how you see things, which is the position. You're a leader. You're a leader. Now, your job as a leader is not to be a boss and tell people what to do. It's to give direction. It's to give direction. It's not to know everything. It's just to know the next step. I don't know. That's a great question. Let's ask Jen. I don't know. That's a great question. Let's ask Michelle. I don't know. That's a great question. Let's ask Trish. I don't answer a lot of questions. Because then I'm the tool. That's not freedom. That's codependency. No thanks. You want to leverage the tool. Don't be the tool. If people want it, they'll do the work. If they don't, they won't. That's how I build online. That's how I'm building from scratch. That's how I'm going to get this account to $10,000 very quickly. So your job is, if you want to, participate in the community. You have to celebrate your wins. You have to start seeing your wins. 3 followers a day, that's a win. If you're comparing it to someone else who's got 30, that's not what we do. You gotta stay in your lane. You don't want followers for the sake of followers. That's shallow. You want women over 40 that want to build a business with short form video. I want women over 40 that want to build a business with short form video. That's it. I don't help anyone else. I can't help anyone else. Otherwise, I'm the jack of all trades, the master of nothing. So Mary, you want to get clear. I'm using, first of all, you got to tell a story. First of all, you got to pick one, babe. I don't know what your Facebook or TikToks looks like, but you can't sell all that stuff. Otherwise, you're like a yard sale. So between Avon, Sass and Frass, Boss Suite, Autonomy, you got to sell one from the front of the room. Now, if you have a community, or if you're building an email list, or if you have something that people go, shh, stop, Austin. Then you sell the other stuff back there. But you until you have one system that's paying you like $5,000-$10,000 a month, I wouldn't start another one. Like keeping up with that is hard enough. Building a system around it, that's a whole other hard. And if you work full time, now you got 3 hards, right? You're juggling, you're balancing the balls. I would pick one for 90 days, drop everything else, pick one for 90 days, create a solid system. Introduce the second one, whether you have an email list or a community or a Facebook group, then you introduce the other stuff you've got. I would not sell all of that from one page. It's way too much. All right, any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to pop off. I will put the recording of this one inside of our school community. We will be doing this again this evening at 6 p.m. I would highly recommend that you be on. Seeing it one time is one thing. Watching it a second time and applying the information is how you're going to get results. Learning will keep you stuck in learning. Well, I need to do this. It's going to lie to you and tell you you're making progress. You're not making progress. You're learning for the sake of learning to give yourself a dopamine hit. Manage the dopamine hits. Manage it. It's like a drug. You are most welcome. All right, guys, have a great day.